time I used acrylics, I didn't like them. I was like, oh, because I'd always use watercolours, and I just couldn't get to grips with them. But the thing that I like about them is that they're just really flexible. So I can just use loads of water with them and make them really, really fluid, and use them like a watercolour and do lots of wet and wet, which I love. I love the colours all mixing in, which I tried doing it with oils, but I don't know, it just doesn't work in the same way. But with acrylic, I think also because it dries quite quickly, you start to get some that you've already put on has slightly dried, and then you can mix it well on the canvas. And also then I use it like an oil paint as well, so when you decide you want to put in some small detail, when we're doing portraits through eyelashes and things, then you can use it like an oil paint. So for me it does everything. It's much more pure, the colour that you see on the label, and obviously they are done by hand anyway, so you've got a proper brush stroke on there. But in the past, I'd always get the tube and go, right, okay, this is such and such, and actually open it and look at it, and it not always be, it wouldn't be the same as on the outside. Whereas now, that's what what you see is what you get, and then when you put it onto the canvas, that's what you've got, exactly what's on there. So, and I love that. For me, it's all about colour and texture. So, yeah, so I'm really enjoying all that side of it. Well, because you're really happy with it. Go off and then come back when you've had your cup of tea and what have you, and it's just not the colour that you were hoping for, because it's just dulled down a bit. So it just makes it more spontaneous, and it's quite disappointing sometimes. Again, when I'm doing this sort of free flowing landscapes and things, it can look great, but then when it's dried it will dull down, and that isn't happening so much. It's retaining its vibrancy. So there's a real positive for me, and it is disappointing when you're working on a painting, you think it's going really well, and then you go back and it's just dried to be that much duller. So yeah, I'm loving that.